All right, this is Pep. We here to talk to my boy Loc in the building. Loc, what's popping with you, man? You done popped in on Tyler. Just out the damn blue.
Yeah. God, man. I felt like I was laying here.
Okay.
Yeah, now, I know you know the beginning of the story, but I'm going to say that I was in a dark place. I called you. You had said some things, what you had been going through, and I identified with it. And that let me know that at that particular time, that God was speaking to me through you.
Right.
And I received that.
Right.
And I received it. So you were telling me, Tom, calm down here to Tyler, get a fresh start, reset yourself, and we could do a little business while you're here. And I think we can be successful. And I fully received that because it was coming out of you. I heard it in your voice, and it was coming from you.
Right.
But I believed at that particular time, and still right at this moment, that you was guided by a higher power.
Right. Okay. Well.
And I'm all about that. I'm all about that.
Okay.
Now, Pep, I know our audience may or may not. Well, I'm sure they don't know, but we've been friends for 40 years.
Yeah, they don't know jack shit about nothing right now.
Okay, so we've been friends for 40 years, and you know, just like many, I guess everybody, I was wild when I was young. Or
yeah, a little wild, just a tad bit.
But I'm only sitting here now.
Well, maybe not a tad bit.
Right, this is a little more than to
explain.
Right,
what's going on.
But with all of that being said, Bill, I was gonna tell you about the time. I'm listening to God today.
Right.
Because I'm gonna tell you a story from yesterday, and that's yesteryear. When I say that,
right,
and that where I ran from. Okay, I was working at Citibank up in Chicago, and I thought I had it going on like most of the time I do.
Right.
I had my little Camaro that a little female had bought me. But I was working up at the bank. She was working at the stock exchange. And so she was nowhere around, but it was other chicks digging on that Camaro. Right? But, of course. And then, of course, I want to say me, but I'm going to try to stay humble and say it was the car. Okay. But anyway, it was a lady there. She was real religious. She was into church and all that. But she was fine. She was thick. This is where I'll put in Kevin Gates, say it twice.
Yeah.
Yeah, because she was fine. She was thick. Yeah. And she said, so I kept trying. She was single, but she said, I'm not messing with you, Tony Hall, because you bad news. Which I was. I was bad news. Right. You know, I came to work late. I got my job done, but by God's grace and mercy, I'm a motivated person.
Yeah.
So my minimum was good enough to look like maximum with everybody else's work.
Right.
That's because I have a good work ethic. Right. It's just that I didn't have my moral compass wasn't set straight at that particular time. But I kept working her nerves because at this point in my life, there wasn't a woman that I met that I really wanted that I did not get. I couldn't get.
Right.
Because I'm relentless.
Right.
Because as many said no, but I'll just keep on asking till they just say, okay, well, if maybe he'll leave me alone. Maybe he'll leave me alone. And they just, for whatever reason, they always came around. So I figured, okay, she was no exception, and I wasn't going to let her be an exception.
Right.
Because after all, I got an ego to uphold.
Yeah.
Okay. So she said, She said, I ain't messing with you, Tony Hawk. But she said, and I kept bugging her. She said, okay, I'll go out on a date with you if you come to my church. Now, I said, oh, okay. I'm gonna come to your church, but I done already figured out when she was when the rest of the church came out of her mouth, I done already figured out a scam where I'm gonna show up there when church is almost over, where she could see me. That I'm gonna collect, because all I need is one day, because I'm gonna take her out, I'm gonna wind her and down, right. I'm gonna knock that down. Yeah. And she ain't gonna be going, she ain't gonna be in church next Sunday, because she gonna be laying up trying to recover from the low key. But I had forgot all about it Friday, because I go hook up with my boy, Zoe. This one of my friends, one of my friends in Chicago. What happened to Zoe? And he, you know, Zoe, he knew he can put me, he'll take me, put me in any crowd. Cause there's times where my friend Zoe, he was like a model. He did some shoots with Jet, Ebony, and all that.
So was that dude.
And he took me, it was a few times he had took me down to the photo shoot. Now I wasn't the modeling type, but he was a model, and he would take me to the photo shoot, but I had all the girls around me. Yeah. So he respected that. Zoe, I was kind of like a superhero of Zoe, because Zoe could dance, play any instrument, sing, and he was a pretty boy. He was that dude. And he was a pretty boy, but he could not figure out why all the girls was coming to me. And that was because just in my natural aura that God had put in me, I exuded that I believed in me. Yeah. And so other people that came into my circle, because of how I thought about me, it spilled over on them. So they thought the same thing. Yeah. Anyway, I'm at Friday. I hook up with Zoe. I done forgot all about the girl. This Saturday night, me and Zoe, we done party Friday. This Saturday night, I picked Zoe up. We at the club on the south side. We got two girls. We at Zoe's house. Zoe playing the piano. We in the living room. Yeah, y'all whining. Yeah, we already know what it is. Yeah. Look, so I look up at the clock, and that's why I'm saying God, okay? Because God, he's coming into the story, like right now. Me and Zoe, we sitting up there, the girls, they ready. We could have dropped them in the living room right there by the piano if we wanted to. But I happened to look up at the clock, and I said, oh man, Zoe, I gotta go. Now Zoe was riding with me because he didn't have a car at the time. He said, where you going, Tom? It's already set. Yeah. Now we was at his auntie house, because auntie got all kind of instruments, piano in the living room. Yeah. We was at Zoe's auntie house, and he was like, "Wait, Tom, auntie know you here?" We know she knew we had girls, everything. Yeah. But you know, she respected me. I worked at the stock exchange. I kicked it with her nephew. I got a nephew 2, 3, 4 different jobs over the time we were playing that she knew for a fact. So basically, I wasn't a relative, but she'll let me bring girls or whatever to her house. Right. Because she respected me like that. Or thought I was responsible. Okay, and I'm saying thought I was responsible because in all actuality, I lived a reckless life. But all the time, he was with me even at those times. Yeah. I tell Zoe, it's coming up to 5 o'clock. I tell Zoe, I look up at the clock and I say, dude, I got to go. I'm going home because I got to change clothes because I'm going to church. He told you going to church. Yeah, I got to. Mm-hmm. You're on the mission. Right. Now, it didn't have anything to do with God. It didn't have anything to do with God. But all I knew was I wasn't going to go to work Monday, and she telling me, dude, you missed out. And I'm going to be like, danger. So I said, dude, I'm going, because he was like, Tom, well, you know, we right there. I mean, we could have knocked him down. I said, dude, I'll leave him here with you. He was like, nah. Zoe hopped up from the piano Told him, hey, get y'all stuff. Get ready to go. He said, my boy gotta go and I'm going with him.
Yeah.
Zoe grabbed his clothes and we shot over to my apartment in Hyde Park because you know his auntie lived over there by Garfield. Right there off 55th.
Yeah.
So we got the girls, they salty in the car. But I don't give a hoot. I didn't even know I was gonna be hooking up with them that night anyway. So I'm on something.
Yeah, you're on a mission.
Yeah, I'm on a mission. Cause this girl, she already got a job. She got a good job. She a programmer at Citibank. I know, and I know she ain't out there ready to lose. These girls, they was one night knockout.
Yeah, they wild and loose.
They was gonna let me and Zoe knock them down this weekend and to be 2 other dudes next weekend.
Yeah.
So they ain't mean nothing to me.
Right.
And so if they ain't mean nothing to me, they ain't mean nothing to Zoe. Because that's one thing, no matter what you can say about Zoe, he ain't gonna flip on his boy over no hoe.
Yeah.
He'll let that bitch go.
Because he used to be able to get him
like water.
Zoe used to walk past girls and they be falling wet.
Mm-hmm. Right.
My boy used to walk past him and be like, and this bitch be fawning this shit like he was Michael Jackson or something.
Yeah.
It was crazy. It's like, man, what's wrong with these?
And then that was the thing that intrigued Zoe about me, because he used to say, Tom, what do you say?
Right.
What do you say? And I said, I don't know.
Right.
I just say whatever.
Yeah.
Anyway, so he tell
I used to
them.
laugh at both of y'all.
He said, get
I was
y'all
always
stuff.
the one passing up to her.
Mm-hmm. Well, so Zoe here, we told him, get y'all stuff. We got to go.
Yeah.
So I called him, dude, I ain't gonna mess up your party.
Yeah.
And he was like,
Don't give a fuck.
So we get the girls, we take them in to get them in the car. They soft shade that because they thought they were gonna get knocked down and get the layup. They go sing the songs in the living room, and I messed up the whole part. Oh, they want to kill me. They want to hurt me bad, especially the ones that wanted to know. Now, so Zoe get his clothes. Yeah, she was. Cause he was sick. Dude, Zoe could have.
I already know I ain't get down. I know.
I'm going with my boy.
Yeah.
He got his clothes. We put his clothes in the trunk. We squeezed them girls in the back because I had a Camaro. they got to throw their legs over each other.
Yeah. That's what it is.
Because I never put none of my boys in the back of the car for no problem.
Right.
Nah. I don't mean if you ain't no women out there.
Yeah,
no
this is what it is.
These are the times I came on.
Yeah, this is what it is.
Joe put his team right there. We folded them in the back. we folded them in the back. Because it was really a 2-seat. You just had a little baby back seat.
I remember that motherfucker.
Yeah, that great Camaro.
It had like 2 seats in the back.
Yeah, but
barely.
Yeah, right.
They was like little indentions.
Little indention. So they had to cross their legs on each other and stuff.
Yeah.
But anyway,
I
took them home. We get back to my house like about 7 o'clock. Now that night, because we had bought an ounce of weed.
Right. So y'all been smoking.
We been smoking not regular joint. No, we been smoking.
Hell.
Me and Zoe we've been smoking moles for like the last 5-6 hours. All night long, really? Right. We've been smoking moles all night. So now I got the weed in the glove compartment of the car. We get to the house, me and Zoe, over to my apartment over there in Hyde Park, and we smoked a couple of moles while I'm ironing my clothes, getting my stuff ready for church. Right? Look, we high. Then by the time church time, I took a shower, got dressed, and Zoe. But as we driving to church, we smoking them up. We went to church on 79th and Wentworth up in Chicago. She says, she done told me, she done pulled me. The bishop, he gifted, he anointed, okay. Me and Zoe go in. See that it's a huge church. We go up in the balcony. And I told you it was good, wasn't it? We go up in the balcony, but then, like, towards the end of the service, we come downstairs, and so she can see it. And I made sure she saw me and my boy. I not only came, girl, but I bought one of my boys.
Yeah.
Baptized his ass.
Yeah. I know. Oh, we got him in here.
So somebody can't baptize you. Now, we don't want to mess up the water. Yeah. Anyway, I go to work Monday. I tell her, dude, you owe me a date. Tom. She said, that was some bullshit. You and your boy come. Y'all sit way up in the balcony with shades on because we was real high.
No, fucked up.
Yeah. So we knew that the pastor was preaching and he was saying stuff. We was feeling like he was talking to us. He was saying, yeah.
He said,
you've been out partying all night. Coming here high as a kite, sitting way up in the balcony. I'm saying that somebody done died on us. No, because we was high. Big dog. Okay. We'll go here. Me and Zoe. So she tell me, nah, Tom. He said, you gotta come to service, you gotta sit down front. I'm talking about, dude, really? I gotta come again? I tell Zoe, dude, come on. This time, we were just at my apartment just getting high and stuff. But I always kept my little weed because didn't know what to do anywhere is give me a little sauce for it. We got the weed in the glove compartment. We go to the church. I skipped a little part. We was there the first time. The pastor was touching people and they was falling out. They was just falling, hitting the floor, talking in tongues and all that. So I tell the girl, y'all got a sweet scam going on over there. No, I told her, I said, so that's why you bringing me in, because we gonna be just contribute to that. She was like, sit down upstairs next time. Me and Zoe, we sitting down there. We there from beginning of the service, because I'm thinking, I'm a knock her down. And Zoe, he was bound and determined to prove his friendship to me. Yeah. He gonna make sure help me. Yeah. He gonna help me. Whatever he got to do. Yeah. To make sure, because she thinking she can't get knocked down by Tom. Well, I'm gonna make her into a lot, and Zoe gonna help me make her into a lot. Yeah. We're in the church. It's almost like last 30 minutes. He said all the men come down. And that means I'm gonna put some oil on you and pray for you. Now we done seen this nigga. He got people knocked out all over the church. He knocking niggas out with his middle name Tyson. Yeah. Look, we sitting there. We third row.
Y'all think y'all was gonna get knocked out?
We third row from the thing. No. He knocked Zoe into a whole nother. No. Listen. Yes, dude. Look.
No, he told
us to line up. Now, I was supposed to be in Zoe, but it was just so happened that Zoe ended up in line in front of me. Now, we see the preacher, he putting the oil, he touching my foot. Bam. 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 Look, me and Zoe, we talking while we in line. Yeah. Now, we high. Oh, man. Yeah. We figured, no, I'm like 1,000% sure he gonna touch Zoe, and we finna expose they whole gear. Yeah. Now I tell old girl, listen, I don't wanna be the one to bring down a whole church. No, cause they ain't call me the day destroyer for nothing. Yeah. I done crushed dreams before.
Yeah, I know.
I said, I don't wanna bring down. She said, just go up there and let him. And Zoe, he hop his little fast ass on the front of me. The preacher, he slaying, bro. He's slaying them. And so I ain't tripping because we know it's a scam. Right. Now, the first time in his whole life, Zoe didn't even know the church existed, just like I did. Right. His whole knowledge about the church all came through me, and mine came through old girl. So I knew absolutely positively, without a shadow of a doubt, in my military mind, he was not part of the scam. The preacher went and put the cross on Zoe's head, and he touched Zoe. Zoe fell out like a bag of potatoes. No! He hit the floor like a bag of potatoes. Dude, my whole body was just shaking. The preacher's trying to touch me. I backed up. Dude, wait a minute. Let me see what's going on with my boy. Wait a minute. Don't touch me. I'm telling you, I see it. I'm standing over Zoe. I see it. I said, dude, this ain't funny. Get your ass up. Zoe, he don't even hear me. His eyes rolling back in his head.
Man.
And he talking in tongues. I said, dude, so I kick him a couple of times. They grabbed me, the deacons. They said, you can't kick him. I said, this is my boy. I said, you can't kick him while he's in the spiritual realm. Because I kicked Zoe. I said, dude, this ain't funny.
You kicked him down?
Yeah, I kicked him. Because I wanted him to get up, man. But this nigga would not get up. They done put the cover over on Zoe down there. The preacher, he telling me, come here. God. He want to touch me, right? Dude, I can't. My whole body is shaking. I'm shaking like a big dog, right? I said, wait a minute, man. Wait, just please don't touch me yet. Can you wake him up first? They wake Zoe up. And Zoe talking about, Tony, God is real. Yeah, I know, nigga. But why you had to do all that? Right. And he was like, no, he was telling me to let the preacher touch me. And the preacher was trying to touch me. He said, come here. But I seen Zoe was okay, and he tried to touch me. Dude, I turned around and ran out of the church. I did. Honest to God, I turned around and I ran out of the church. Dude, because I don't know. I was scared. Because I couldn't stop shaking. Because look, I was standing there. I was like, okay, I hate to. So get up.
So you know what religious people are gonna think.
No, yeah, I know, but I'm gonna explain the whole story because I done went full circle now, though.
Cause you ran?
No, I ran.
Oh my God.
So yeah, listen. I got all kind of weed.
I need a napkin fucking with you.
I get all kind of weed and cocaine all in my system. So that was the devil. He didn't want God to knock me out, and then, cause listen, you think you were just laughing? Look what happened. I done ran out to the car. I'm sitting out in the car. I'm waiting for Zoe to come out. I'm saying, dude, this dude, he better bring his ass out of there.
Zoe got hit by the spirit.
I'm sitting in the car in the church parking lot. I done made me a mouth because my nerves is bad.
Oh my God.
Yeah, no, my nerves is bad, dude. No, I'm out there bad, right? I done made me a mouth. I'm like this.
Shaking.
Yeah. Dude, I can't even stop shaking my damn leg. So Zoe comes out to the car.
Boy, the spirit scared the shit out of you.
He boo-hooing. He talking about tongue. And I said, dude, what happened to you? He said he didn't know. I said, what? Who you know? Go here. Dude, you didn't tell me you knew about this. He said, I didn't. He said that the spirit had knocked him. Cause look, he come out to the car talking in Babylon. I said, dude, stop this shit. Stop it. He cried. Look, I said, dude, Zoe, get in the car. I'm gonna have to leave you up here. He said, I came with you. I said, but you acting crazy. Dude, Zoe gets in the car, opens up the glove compartment, take my weed and dump it right there in the church parking lot.
No.
Yes, he did. Dude, I said, I was already smoking the moke. That was my last. I was so mad. A whole string of snot just shot out of my nose. Because I said, Zoe, and it just said, and then I said, dude, why would you do it? He said, you don't need no drugs. Yeah, man. Obviously, you're going to say that. You just dumped on my damn weed. I said, Zoe, I'm going to take you home, man, because you're going to be fighting. I said, you owe me.
You fighting your best friend?
No, in the church parking lot, because he fell out. He said, no, Tom. He said, we have to change our
mind. My God.
I said, dude, now, guess what? You gonna this how you gonna fuck up our friendship? I said, dude, just earlier tonight, we were just knocked down a couple of hoes at the crib.
Yeah.
You personally done downed about 10 moles yourself, nigga.
Yeah.
You 10 moles yourself. So what are you talking? He said, no. He said, that was before. Man.
They got him.
Zoe had went to the other side, right? I go to church. I go back to work. She says, Tony, I've never seen nobody run from God.
I know.
I see.
I know, bro.
Right. Look, I had the humble look on. I had the humble look on my face. Dude, that wasn't me. I said, okay. I said, I ain't gonna even lie. The devil was in me. And she said, cause she said, Tony, why would you run from God? And I said, I don't know. I said, the devil was in me. I said, you know what? Now no, Pep, that day haunted me for years. It literally haunted me for years. Yes, I did. And God, but see now, but after that, like I said, it literally haunted me.
Maybe that preacher wasn't exactly a God preacher. You never know.
That could be true, Pep.
They not all on the
no. This guy, I'm not earthly. I would love to be able to say, I could say some things to discredit him and all this. But this guy was anointed. Right. And through me being in his presence, because see, this wasn't just a church we went to. This guy on 79th and Western, which is the hood of the hood in the west, on the south side, he built a whole church community. That church had apartment building, it had cleaners, it had store, it had school for the kids.
Oh, that's good.
He was a bishop. This dude saw the future and everything. Now, I would love to discredit him, but in all actuality, the guy was the truth. Yeah, he was respected all over the world. He had traveled all over the world knocking people out. So, yeah.
That's his forte.
Yeah, but I was just scared of, because that's how much bad I had in me. Right. That's how much bad I had in me that I knew that if I allowed him to touch me, that life as I knew it was going to be over. Yeah. And I wasn't ready to give it up, because things was going well for me. Yeah. I got a little dope spot at the Robert Taylor. Right. I work at the stock exchange. Right. I got the car I'm driving. A girl bought it for me, even though she knew that I made $40,000, $50,000 a year. She bought the car, so it didn't cost me nothing. So life was pretty good. I got an apartment over in High Park, which is the good part of town. Right. I'm paying little or nothing rent. So, I was thinking that if I surrendered to God, all of that was going to be different. And that's the thing about sin, is that I guess that's what they call it, sin. You can know everything you're doing is wrong, but to our human body, it feels so good that even though you know everything you're doing is wrong, you don't want to let it go.
Don't want to let it go.
Years went past. I'm studying, trying to reconnect. I'm trying to find that moment again so I could surrender. Yeah. It was many times I've been to different churches, places, and they was preaching and they said, and I went on up there, surrendered, nothing.
No knockout punch.
Nothing. They ain't have it. They got to come with the real for Tom. Tom got the roots in him. But see, now to go full circle, Pep, that's why now, by his grace and mercy, he's just gradually brought me to him anyway. Right. Because when if you a soldier,
took another direction on your ass.
I can humbly say that God been blessed. Now, even in the times that I didn't know that he was blessing me, he's been blessing me my whole life. Yeah. Now, it was times where I acted different from everybody else, and I took ridicule, and people said things about me that wasn't true. Oh, like even my own family, like, because I was different. I remember my grandfather, Little Robert in Chicago, he was talking about I was gonna be gay. He was like, why he won't go out there and play with the rest of them? Why he always got to iron his clothes? Why he want to
Tony, you was ironing your clothes as a shorty.
Yeah, he was like, why he always trying to stay clean? And he was like, He used to tell my grandmother right there in front of me, he ain't gonna be nothing but a damn faggot. Yeah. And I was saying, well, I didn't even know what a faggot was.
Yeah.
No, for real, I didn't know what a faggot was. I didn't know, because I had asked my cousin, I said, what is that? What is he? What do that mean?
Yeah, what
do
the
that
hell
mean? I didn't even know what a faggot was. But he was, but see, the thing was, I was just different.
Yeah.
I was different. And I don't know why, but see, now I know that God had a purpose for me. But he had a purpose for me. Anyway, he's gradually pulled me back. Not in one big swoop like could have possibly, because that would have changed my whole life. These past 30 years would have been completely different than they were. But then I wouldn't have touched all the people's lives that he needed me to touch, because over the years, as the years went by, on many occasions I was told and I heard directly and indirectly that I am the exact type of person that God uses. A straight Christian, he can't go everywhere. He won't go everywhere. It's certain people he won't be called around. It's certain people they ain't gonna even listen to him tell them about God. But somebody who they respect, that runs in their circle, he can talk about God, and whether they hear it or not, if the seed is planted, it's gonna grow. Yeah. So he needed me. He said, okay, Tone ran, but that's okay, because no matter what the situation, God can make it work for his own glory. Yeah. And that's what I came to realization with. Now, I'm not going to go all religions on this podcast, but I'm going to say, going full circle, he brought me right back to him. Now, sure, I've yet to talk tongues or anything like that, but he guides my life. When I make a decision, I want to do something, over these last 36 years, I've been in enough situations that I'm able to discern when he's with me and when I'm forcing my own will.
Right.
Now, he doesn't stop me from forcing my own will, and I still do whatever I want to do, but I have to do it. When he's with me, if I got the thought and I take the steps, everything falls in place. That's why I'm sitting right here with you right now, Pep, because the other day when you were talking to me, exactly like about 3 weeks ago, 2.5, 3 weeks ago, when you were talking to me, I knew that he was talking to me through you, because you said everything that you needed to say without even knowing what was going on with me. For me to directly connect. Now, we've been friends for 40 years, but you didn't know what I've been going through. You didn't know what I feel. But everything you were saying made me feel like you knew exactly where I was. You came right there, not close, but you came right where I was. And at that point, as I listened to you talk to me, it came over me. God is talking to you. He sends incredible people my way. I've been saying that for years, because certain things I can't even explain to you, Pep. I was up in Pittsburgh. I got off at the wrong stop. I went in the thing. The lady, I ain't had no gas, and she wouldn't cash a check. She wouldn't let me get no money, and all of it was all white, and they wanted me out. She was talking to me hard, and I was going up. First, I was trying to just like play humble and try to kiss her ass a little bit, because I knew I had to get out of there. Because when I went in there, they said, you done came in the wrong place. As soon as I walked in the door, look at this. This white dude, he's sitting there with a big old cowboy hat, belt buckle and all that. This dude, I said, can I cash a com check? She was like, we don't cash com check. And the guy, he hopped up out of his seat. He said, you lying bitch. He said, why are you giving that man a hard time? And then some of the other white guys said, hey man, you let her do her job. And he said, that's the problem, she ain't doing. He went off, the lady cashed the contract, let me fill up my truck, and dude said, hey, where you going, man? I said, I'm heading towards Chicago. He said, I'm going that way. He said, I would suggest that you get out of here as soon as possible. He said, but I'm going to ride with you. He not in my truck. He was in his own truck. He said, we'll roll that way together. He said, because this place, he said, if I wasn't white, I wouldn't be in here. So you need to be so that's just to tell me some of the things that they was talking about prior to me coming in there. Because he was telling me. He was like, and then as we was driving, we drove out of the state to Pennsylvania, and by the time we got into Ohio, I'm talking to him on the CB, and I said, dude, why did you do that? Why did you stand up for me like that? And his answer to me was, he didn't know. He didn't know. And I was like, huh? But see, God he still had work for me. Cause them guys, they was gonna do me bad.
Yeah.
But cause the guy, he didn't even know. But look, we talked from Pittsburgh. It was in Pittsburgh. We talked from Pittsburgh all the way to Indiana. We get to Indiana. He says, listen, man, I'm gonna keep it real with you. I don't know any blacks, but you special. He said, what kind of time you got? I said, I'm ahead of schedule. Hell, at that time, I was driving trucks, and I ran 3 logbooks. So I pretty much drove 15 to 20 hours a day. Because I ain't had nothing else to do, and plus I loved it. That was my passion.
Right.
And so I was way ahead of schedule because that's what I did. I raced from one big city to the other because that way I could get high, I could fuck chicks, I could lay up at the hotel, I could blow money and still pick up my load on time, leave on time, and get to my next place before time.
Yeah.
He says, I don't know any blacks. He said, but I would love for my wife and kids to meet you. And we drove from Pittsburgh all night long to his house in Indiana. I met his wife, kids, had breakfast, got back in my truck and went over to Chicago and never seen him again. But he was never able to tell me why he stood up for me, let me get some gas and cash a check at that place. Because God, and I can tell you a dozen other scenarios just like that, where he saved me. So now I am 56 years old, and I'm sitting down here in Tyler, Texas, right across from you, because now, even though I ran out of the church that day, from that day to this, I learned to listen when he's talking to me.
Right.
Because if I listen when he's talking to me, he has had plans for me. And as long as I continue to follow his lead, my life is less stressful. My life is, I live life like every other human being, good and bad. And you had caught me at a low point.
Right.
But even at that low point, he still made himself readily available to me from somebody I trust. Because the things that you were saying to me, somebody else could have been saying those same things to me, and I wouldn't have received them or heard them the same way. It had to be somebody who I knew me. Not think they know me, but knew me. Meaning lived with me, been in bad situations with me, done hid, stole, fought, all of that with me. I'm talking about side by side. Not no dude I met and we kicked it, but all the times we've kicked it, it's always been good times. We done slept in apartments where it was cold as hell together.
Yeah.
We done went through months and possibly a year or two where we interchanged clothes with each other.
Yeah.
So you know,
had to steal food.
So all he needed to do.
Remember, I used to go get the food.
Yeah, we would steal food on a daily basis.
Of milk.
Food for us to eat that day.
Pancakes.
Yeah.
Peanut butter, Captain Crunch.
So he just put into you what he knew that would get me right here. He knew, and I listen because I will listen to you because I listen to somebody who been in the trenches with me.
Yeah.
Shit, we still got fucking calluses from the motherfucking entrenching tool. For those that's not military minded, entrenching tool is this little shovel that the Army, Navy, Marines, whatever. When you got to dig a foxhole, it's a baby little shovel. Now you can get the foxhole done, but you're gonna have calluses. Now this man, we've been in the trenches together, and we still have the calluses on our hands to prove it. Yeah. Cause for real, the shovel that we was trying to get out of there with wasn't that big. No. I said that we interchanged. He would wear an outfit one day. I got a different outfit. We'll wash him that night, and he'll wear the one I had the next day, or he'll trade with my brother, and we'll just interchange it around. Now that was trenches.
Yeah, them trenches.
Mm-hmm. That was trenches. But anyway, to God be the glory, because he told me at the end of the day that if I came and I followed his word, I came here, that my life will never be the same.
Right.
Excuse me.
Goddamn,
that skin went down the wrong
skins pipe. Went down the wrong pipe, boy.
To end this right, I was telling Pep today, this is the first time that I've been anywhere that I didn't have an overwhelming urge to control my situation. Yeah. I'm not trying to control. I'm not trying to rush nothing. I'm not trying to control because it's already in effect. He's already assured me all I have to do is go through the motions and do my part. But the good thing is...
Because shit's in motion. Mm-hmm. Because you was here, 30 minutes before we had to go to work?
Mm-hmm. I'm already went to work. I'm back home. I'm making the first test
you
podcast.
Ain't been here 24 hours and you already went to work.
Met a girl that work at a factory because I said, Pep, you don't know nobody to give me the inside?
Yeah.
Come here, drop my luggage off, go right down to the service station and run right into the girl, right into an employee that come to me.
Yeah.
And tell me, hey, tell them this. So, because when you go into the application, they hiring, but they going to instantly try to put you on the same. She give me the whole inside scoop that I was trying to get from you ahead of time. Yeah. But he already had a plan that all I needed to do was make the trip.
I don't know nothing about what's going on.
Right. And here it is, the first 30 minutes after coming to the house. He said, even the cab driver, shit, if I didn't invite him in, he'll still be here kicking up with us. I know. He ain't want to leave. He was like, Tom, oh man.
Nah, he was pretty cool though.
Yeah, he was real cool.
Pretty cool dude.
Real cool, man.
Somebody to know. It's always good to know good people.
Go, listen.
But anyway,
God is good. I believe I'm doing it. I ran from him. But I've been working my way back ever since. But I ran from him, but he didn't let me go.
Yeah. He followed you.
That's my stuff. No, he just kept me in his lane. He said he don't know no better.
Yeah. He don't know no better.
Now, what my mom and my granny always said was God protect fools and babes. Now, I just told y'all I'm 56 years old. My baby stage passed a long time ago. Now, you may hear some people say, oh, I go anywhere, I do anything. But that's real right here. You can think of the baddest, worstest places in this entire country. I've been there, and that wasn't good enough for me. So I went to seek bad places abroad.
Yeah.
I've been on Homeless Row in LA.
Yeah.
It ain't a hood in Chicago that I haven't been to and won't go to. I know where the hood at in every major city in this country because I went shopping there, buying drugs, either buying them or selling them. Yeah, sometimes both. But I can't tell you how many times somebody done had a gun on me. I can't tell you how many times somebody said, nigga, I'll kill you. I can't tell you how many times in the last 10 years I've had over 30 fights. At my age, not because I'm a bad dude to be out there, but I be in bad places with situations. And when you in bad places, sometimes, no matter how cool you are, somebody challenges you.
Some fool gonna step to the plate.
Yeah, they want to see if you're worthy of being in their company. Okay. So with that being said, well, I'm blessed to be here, and to God be the glory. Make them say. Okay. Well, man, how you stop this motherfucker?